Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH and I am back for another hardware review. This time we are looking at my little stand here by the couch again, and we have the Amazon Echo there, and we have its little brother down there, the little Google air freshener, the Google Home. Okay, stupidity aside, yes, this is a real air freshener. But what's really funny about this is if I take this and I'll bring up the, yeah, okay, here's the real deal. It does look like an air freshener. It's really funny. People that's kind of the joke online, but it does look like an air freshener. That's actually really pretty funny. Let me get this out of the way, get this nonsense out of the way. So, the Google Home, it is here. The competitor to the Echo is finally here. I picked one up for a couple of different reasons. One being that I use, everybody uses Google all the time for like searching and, just looking up stuff all the time. And also, I am a subscriber to YouTube Red. That means I get Google Play for Google Play Music for free as well. Those two services you buy, if you subscribe to one, you get the other. So if you want Google Music, you get YouTube Red for free, or vice versa. It is a heck of a deal. I can basically play anything I want to on demand as far as music goes, and their library is actually pretty huge. I really haven't found much I haven't been able to play. So you can play that, you can play random stuff, or you can play stuff on demand, commercial free YouTube. Heck yeah, why not? And since I use that as my primary music service these days, I still use Amazon stuff. Like, I have my own Amazon library of stuff that I own. I do have Prime, so I do have access to Prime Music. But I know right around the time I ordered this thing, Amazon announced I forget what they call their new music service. It's like one step above Prime Music, where I think was it like Prime Unlimited or something like that, where you can get kind of like what Google Play does as far as its music goes. But you know what? I'm kind of I could go all in with the Amazon, but I think it's kind of fun to diversify a little bit. But really, the main reason that I'm interested in the Google Home speaker is that, again, it's Google. So what I'm really hoping for eventually is, to have that sort of smart communication with the device. Like, you can ask a question and it'll use its kind of Google search results sort of a thing to answer your maybe not quite so cut and dry questions. We're not there yet. And maybe that was like a little bit disappointing in the beginning when I first set it up. But really, it's actually, having only been out now as I'm recording this for, I don't know, a couple weeks now, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There are some things that the Amazon Echo still does a little bit better. There are things that the Google Home does better already. So let's take a little bit closer look at the device here. I'll pick it up here again. So it's small. The top of it, there's really nothing there. I'll explain that in a minute. But around the front, like all around the whole unit, basically it's really clean. There's nothing, you kind of got this off-white look to it. We got this gray, kind of clothy mesh base thing where your speaker is. Now, because I'm holding my phone, it's going to be hard to really, I don't think I'll be able to do it one-handed. But the bottom piece just magnetically pulls off from the bottom, and you can order, there's like other colored cloth bases like this. And then there's like metallic ones that are a little bit more expensive. I want to say the cloth ones are 20 and the metallic ones are like 40 or something like that. But to match whatever decor you have in your room or whatever you want, yeah, you can kind of customize it a little bit. On the back of it, You see the cord down there comes up from the bottom. You just plug it into the wall. This does not run on batteries. You plug it into the wall. And there is your button also up higher on the back. That will turn your microphone on and off. So if there's a time where you don't want to accidentally activate the voice stuff, you can turn the microphone off. And that's it. That's really it. Except on the top of the device, let me set this back down on my stand here. Let me see if I can do this. So if I run my finger around the outer edge, it's like turning a volume. So that's how I can turn the volume up and down. If I tap it, okay, so nice little metal there. Let's turn that down a wee bit. That's kind of loud. I was setting something up from earlier. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of metal music there. But I can tap it to pause it, and if I tap and hold, I can also, I think that's how you trigger the speech stuff. But, of course, the main component of this, just like the Echo family of products, is its voice recognition stuff. And you trigger it by saying one of two keys. Whoa! Very nice. I dropped my phone. That's gonna, sorry for that abrupt, sorry for that. Hush, okay. Okay, I just want to make sure that nothing happened on my phone. I totally apologize for that. Caught it in midair, luckily for me. What I was trying to say is that you can trigger it by saying two key phrases. You don't have to configure it or anything. You can just say, okay, Google, what time is it?
The time is 4:06 p.m.
Okay, I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. Hey Google, what time is it?
The time is 4:06 p.m.
Okay, that's pretty loud. Maybe there. Let's try that. So I can either say hey or okay and the keyword. So that's how you trigger it. Now, before I go any further, I should also mention the setup process. I set it up using my iPhone 7, and it was stupid easy. It was really, really easy to do. No problems really whatsoever. Actually, let me grab. Here is the box that it came in. Just a tiny little box here. And it kind of has almost like Apple level presentation to it. So if I pull this off, and then here is the actual box. It's kind of neat. It folds. There's a little flap here, and I just lift it up. It's kind of got a cool open thing here. Comes with a little bit of documentation, a couple documentation cards of like how to set it up, some keywords you can say. All the documents are underneath. There's the little base that it's sat in. But I mean, the packaging in it is really simple, but really kind of elegant for like what you would think it would be. It's not just a simple box. I mean, this isn't even like a paper latch thing. It's actually like it's cloth. So they were going for some production value, even on their packaging, which is kind of neat. All right, enough of that. Back to the home. So, of course, everyone is going to compare it to the Echo. What can it do compared to the Echo? What can't it do? But you can ask it all kinds of things. So, like, I don't really want to know right now, but hey Google, what's the weather like?
Right now in St. Paul, it's 29 and mostly cloudy.
Burr.
Today, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 30 and a low of 22.
Hey Google, will it be windy on Monday?
The forecast wind speed in St. Paul Monday is 10 miles per hour from the southeast.
Because again, the other thing with both Google and Home, or with Google and Echo, it'll tell you the high and low temperatures, maybe if it's sunny or cloudy. But I really wish that it would, like, again, this time of year, we just got our first snow yesterday. And I want to know in the wintertime, I want to know what the wind chill is. I want to know how, like, the temperature is one thing. It could be 20, 30 degrees. But if you got a 20-mile-an-hour wind, it's damn cold outside. And vice versa. In the summertime, I want to know the humidity because, again, 75 degrees, there's a huge difference from like 40% humidity and 90% humidity. There's a huge comfort level difference. So, thankfully, with Google, you can actually fine tune it. You can ask it specifically. Like, Echo doesn't seem to do that as well. Let me try the same thing. Let me try something with Alexa. Will it be windy on Monday?
Here's the forecast for Monday, November 21st in St. Paul. Look for mostly sunny weather, with a high of 40 and a low of 27.
See, that one is just her canned response. She gives you the generic temperature, but you can't dig into it any further. So I give the win to Google on this one because I can't, even if she doesn't give it to, even if she doesn't tell me everything outright, I can still ask for more details. So another thing I can do, you can just ask it factual questions. So I can say, hey Google, who's the current president?
The President of the United States of America is Barack Obama.
Now I can also follow up questions. This is the kind of thing that I think, especially as they expand, will be pretty cool. Hey Google, how old is he?
He's 55 years old.
So it knew that I was talking about Barack Obama. So you can ask follow-up questions. So I could say, hey Google, where's the nearest Best Buy?
The address for Best Buy is 1643 County Road B2 West, St. Paul.
Hey Google, how late is it open today?
Best Buy is open on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
So little things like that. I mean, that's kind of cool that you can, you start asking something and then you're like, oh, I want to know this thing too. So that's what's actually kind of cool about the follow-up questions that you can do with Google Home. So of course you can do all of your, it's tied into various music and radio services. So of course it works with Google Play Music. It also works with YouTube Music, because if there's times where it can't find something specifically on Google Play, but you can't play any YouTube video, because I actually tried that just out of curiosity. But if it's music based and you can get to it like through Google, through YouTube Music, you can. So you can also play from like Spotify and Pandora. You can play through those services as well. You can also get podcasts. You can also do radio stations from, I believe it's TuneIn. So if I wanted to say, hey Google, play the latest Vergecast.
Sure, here's the album Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown on Google Play
No.
Music.
Hey Google, stop. No, that is so not what I wanted. It has screwed up a few times like that. I kind of stumbled on my words too, so that might not have helped. Let's try that one more time. Hey Google, play the latest Vergecast.
Playing the album Women on the Verge of a Nervous
No,
Breakdown on
you're
Google
dumb.
Play Music.
Hey Google, stop. Okay, for some reason, I did this the other day, and I did it in a pretty natural way, and it worked perfectly fine. Let me try one more time. Hey Google, play the latest Vergecast podcast episode.
Here's the latest episode of the Fridgecast.
There
Fridgecast
you
230.
go.
Big news, touch bar, in the Surface studio.
Start this party.
Hey Google, stop. So I don't know. I had a little bit of trouble with it there. So sometimes it's all a matter of like, it does pretty well at conversational questions and things, but you still sometimes have to be a little specific, or you have to get it just right in some ways in order to play certain things. Maybe if you add the word podcast just to be safe, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, you want me to find something in this category. So that might help a little bit better. But, like I said, I could play, as I'm recording this, Metallica just released their new album yesterday. So I know that it's available on Google Music. So what I could do is I could say, hey, Google, play Moth into Flame.
All right, Moth into Flame by Metallica. Here it is on Google Play Music.
And it sounds pretty good. It is only a mono speaker, but the quality, hey Google, stop. Watch, I'll get copyrighted for this. But basically, one thing that I would compare is the sound quality, I think actually has a little bit more, it definitely has more deep bass than the Echo. Even though the Echo is bigger, it's taller, you tend to get a little bit more treble and mids and highs in the Echo. So let's do this. Alexa, play Southern Cross.
Playing Southern Cross LP version.
Alexa, stop. Hey Google, play Southern Cross.
Southern Cross by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Sure. Playing on Google Play Music.
Just, there's a lot more low. It sounds really pretty good, especially for the size of speakers that are in it. Oh, I love this song too. Hey Google, stop. I gotta stop. Both for copyright and both because I just want to listen to the tune now. So there's a little comparison of, I knew that I had that song in my Amazon library. That's why I chose to do that one. So there's a little comparison of the speaker as far as music goes. So of course, like I said, you can configure. The other thing that I like is you can actually, when you set up your music preferences when you're setting up the home, one thing you can do is you can actually tell it what your primary service you want to use is. So if you are a Spotify user and you want to do that, you can, then when you ask it to play a song, it'll do that on Spotify by default first. For me, I want it to be Google Play because that's what I have, and that's where I can get probably the most bang for my buck as far as finding stuff right away. I use that. Somebody else might want to use YouTube Music, whatever, Pandora. So you have that kind of a thing. And then you can ask it questions. I mean, you can set a timer. I've done that, and it works just as it does on the Echo. It works perfectly fine. Timers work great. You can set an alarm. It doesn't, it's funny, you have Google Calendar, but it does not have skill support for doing calendar appointments just yet. In December, they're going to be adding, oh God, I forget what they call it. They don't call it skills. They call it something else. But essentially, they are going to add user expandability to the home. So we are going to get the equivalent of skills. And I'm sure once they do, it's going to be able to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. You have some home automation control. Not as much as on the Echo. So if you are, you really have to check the brand of devices that you have, like for lights and thermostats and things. I know it'll do Nest, and it'll do, God, I can't even remember. There's like 3 of them that it supports as of right now, I think. And I know the Echo supports a few more. So right now the Echo has the edge on that, but I'm sure, again, Google will expand that as we go. But like I said, you can ask it other questions. Like I can ask it, what's the weather like in wherever, or we asked about the president. I asked about a location of a store. Actually, I never really tried for phone number. Hey Google, what's the phone number for the nearest Best Buy?
Best Buy can be reached at 651-746-0538.
Okay, very cool. And just like the Echo, I can ask it to spell a word. So let's say I wanted to say, hey Google, how do you spell furniture?
Furniture is spelled Furniture.
Believe it or not, I use that kind of feature on either of these devices quite a bit because I'll be writing some kind of forum post or I'll be doing an email and I'm like, I suck at spelling. So rather than actually doing the spell check, I'll just be like, hey, whoever, how do you spell this? And I use it on a fairly regular basis for that. It's kind of cool. And then you get into all the nonsense stuff. Like, I mean, like I said, you can ask it different kind of questions, like factual questions. It gets things from Wikipedia, from a bunch of other different sources. You can you convert units. So, I could say like, hey Google, how many inches are in 3 feet?
3 feet equals 36 inches.
So there you go. I mean, things like that. You can do your different stuff like that. But then you get into like the goofy stuff, like that everyone likes to do videos for. But you can do a practical thing. I can say, hey Google, flip a coin.
Okay.
I love that.
It's tails.
It even does the little sound effect. That one thing I will say is, I get a kick out of the Echo. But Google actually has a good level of personality to her, and I've actually chuckled a few times with the way she responds to things. So I can say flip a coin. The other one that's kind of funny, you never know what she's gonna do. Watch this one. Hey Google, spin the wheel.
All right. It says sing a song.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Here goes. I'm singing a song. I'm your assistant and I'm singing la 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 la.
Okay, that's really dumb, but really funny. I was gonna actually have it sing a song, but you know what? That works. No, no. You think singing a song is frightening? Hey Google, beatbox.
If you want a freestyle, my friend has you covered.
Oh, Jesus. Hey Google, stop. That's frightening. That is really frightening. Alrighty. This one I got a kick out of. Like, there's a little. It's all fun and just trying to figure out what kind of weird things you can get it to do. I think we did this one on the Echo before. Hey Google, I am your father.
I'm sorry, I'm not Luke. This is kind of awkward.
Okay. This one I found was pretty amusing. Hey Google, up up down down left right BA.
Cheat mode enabled.
Konami code, it recognizes. That's awesome. That's great. Classic Contra code or Konami code. So, just really goofy things like that. What is another one? Hey Google, roll a 20-sided die.
Coming right up. You got an 18.
Woohoo! All right, that's a great roll. So you can do little semi-practical things like that. And then it does have a few skills. I haven't set it up yet, but you can do Uber. You can schedule an Uber with it if you have the service connected. And I'm sure more of that kind of stuff will come. You can also use it as a Chromecast. Like if you have a Chromecast device hooked up to your TV, you could just tell it that you want to play something from YouTube. Right now, it doesn't support things like Netflix or other services, but that's going to be coming probably in the next couple of months. But what'll be cool is, it almost makes me kind of want to get a Chromecast because then you could just be like, oh yeah, hey Google, cancel. I didn't mean to say that. I said it just in conversation and I saw it light up going, oops, I didn't mean to say the keyword. But you could tell it, hey, I want to play this show. And especially if it starts doing the unified thing where it can look up on, Google, where it can look up, like on YouTube or Netflix or whatever services it has access to, and just be like, okay, here, we'll play it. That kind of works on music as well. Like, here's one that I know is not on Google Play. Let's try and just see if it works. This is a song that is a weird, like, it's really, I get probably obscure. It was a B-side single that my friend and I were trying to track down for ages. We remembered it being on a B-side of an old 80s tape. And it's never been online until like about a year or two ago. Somebody put it on YouTube. So I know it's not on Google Play. Let me try this. Hey Google, play We Can Run by the Escape Club.
I looked for We Can Run the Escape Club on Google Play Music, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
Okay, let's try this. Hey Google, play We Can Run by the Escape Club on YouTube Music.
Playing the Escape Club, We Can Run on YouTube.
Boom, got it. So there it kicks in. I'll let it go for a second here till the music actually kicks in. But this is actually the song. It's an old 80s tune. Like I said, it's not on any of their regular CDs or anything. Hey Google, stop. So just to prove to you that, like you said, you can, if it doesn't find it in Google Play, you can try to tell it, hey, look for this on another service. You look for it specifically on YouTube Music, and you can find a little bit more. So that's kind of cool. Now, the other thing with music that you can do that's kind of neat is I incorrectly, purely by accident the other day, the song that we played when we first started this video, I gave it the wrong name because for some reason I knew that it was called something different, but I said something else. So let's see. I'm trying to think of what I called it. The song itself is called My Own Hell. It's by Five Finger Death Punch. And I think I called it... Oh, God, let me think for a minute. What did I call it? Because what you can do is you can actually in some cases you can actually say, like, play the song, and then you play, like, you say, like, some of the lyrics that you want it to play, and it figures, oh, you wanted this song, and that's actually kind of cool. It's worked a couple of times that way. So it's called My Own Hell. I'm recording the video and I just went totally blank. Just give me 1 second here. Let me try to think of what the heck it was that I actually asked it to do. I can't remember. It'll pop in my head eventually. So I'll try to come back to that. But you can actually say sometimes different lyrics, and you can bring up the song that you wanted. Let's see, other skills you can, it doesn't have all, like I said, it doesn't have all the skills that you would have in the Echo, but those will come. But there are some kind of funny ones. So, hey Google, play a game.
We can play Lucky Trivia, Mad Libs, or Crystal Ball. What do you want to try?
Lucky Trivia.
Game show time. Okay. I'm going to psyche myself up now.
Psyche
Stay calm.
myself.
Sorry, not you. I'm talking to myself. Welcome to Are You Feeling Lucky? If you
Probably
like
not.
trivia, you're in luck. I'm the host with the most trivia questions. How many are out there?
1.
We're going solo. We'll do 5 questions.
All
I
right.
feel like I know you already, so I have my own little name for you. It's Sweet Potato. Time to play. To end the game at any time.
It's different
Say
every
stop.
time.
This is it. Which item is not in Mario Kart 8? Super horn, piranha plant, or goop grenades?
Goop grenades. I better have gotten that right.
Great job. You're a strong contestant. Here comes question 2. Listen closely. I'm going to play an instrument. What is it?
A triangle?
A steel tongue drum, a finger cymbal, or a balafon?
Bellaphon? I have no idea.
No. Bad luck this time. I was looking for a finger cymbal. Question 3 is coming up. Here's a formidable query about language. Tell me the word that means, relating to the sense of taste. Gustatory, candid, or aloof?
Gustatory is probably the third one. Oh, okay.
Wow, you pulled that one out of your hat. Great job. Question 4
Yeah,
is
something
coming
like
up.
that.
It's about geography.
Uh-oh,
What is
I'm
Scotland's
doomed.
capital city? Belfast, London, or Edinburgh?
Edinburgh. Okay.
Great answer. You got it right.
Oh, that reminds
Your
me
last
of something else I
question
gotta
is
do.
coming up. Hope you've been training. The topic is sports. How long is a half marathon? 13.1 miles, 26.2 miles, or 16.4 miles?
13.1.
Yes. You're right.
Okay.
You
What is
can
it with the
breathe now.
cows,
The
man?
game is over. Allow me to total your score. I'm proud of you, Sweet Potato. You got 4 right. You were so close on those other ones, too. With a bit more practice and a little luck, I know you can get a perfect score. Do you want to play again?
No.
Okay, I get it. We're having too much fun. I'll see you next time on Are You Feeling Lucky?
All right, so there is our trivia. I do want to do a Mad Libs one just because it's completely ridiculous, and I'll probably have trouble thinking of words, especially now that I'm recording. But like when they kept doing the cow thing, and the weird thing is you can also say, "Hey Google, what sound does an elephant make?"
Here's an elephant sound.
Remember those old toys? It's like the cow goes moo. It just reminds me of that. It just makes me laugh. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like you could say, actually, I'm curious now. Hey Google, what sound does a hedgehog make?
Here's a hedgehog sound.
Oh, weird. Okay. I did not actually know that. I was wondering what an actual real hedgehog made. Huh, okay. So there you go. You can learn your animal sounds. Let's wrap this up by doing some Mad Libs because I cannot remember. Like I said, just being on camera, I cannot remember what the heck it was I triggered to do that song I wanted to demonstrate that you didn't have to give it the exact song name. But let's do some Mad Libs. Hey Google, play Mad Libs.
Sure, I'll pretend to go get a pencil.
These are amusing. I always got a kick out of these as a kid, and it's interesting.
Mad Libs, the world's greatest word game. I'll help you fill in the blanks. This Mad Lib takes 17 words.
Oh, good God.
You can always quit your Mad Lib by saying, stop. Put on your thinking cap. First word. Say a person in room female.
Jessica.
Clever. Give me an adjective.
Clumsy.
Clever. A verb ending in ing.
Crossing.
Way to go. Give me a noun.
Chair.
Cool. Say a plural noun.
Couches.
Okay. I need a noun.
Table.
Way to go. An adjective.
Crazy.
Clever. A plural noun.
Books.
Nice one. You've played before, huh? Tell me another plural noun.
Games. I can't think
Great.
of these words.
Give me an adjective.
Hot.
Good. Say another adjective.
Cold.
Great. Tell me a plural noun.
Trees.
Great. A person in room.
Me.
Great. 4 words to go. How about an adjective?
Old.
That answer doesn't seem to fit my question. Tell me an adjective.
Old.
Great. Say a part of the body.
Arm.
Cool. A noun.
Desk.
Great. Last one. Give me an adjective.
Dark. Dark.
Cool. We are finished.
Oh, thank God. I have trouble coming
Time
up
to
with
read
those
your Mad
words.
Lib.
That's the problem. I went really simple.
The title of this Mad Lib is Down on the Farm.
Oh, God.
My summer vacation on Aunt Jessica's farm has been fun, but it's also been a lot of clumsy work. This morning, as usual, I woke up as the rooster was crossing and ate a hearty chair of couches and syrup with eggs freshly laid by the farm table. Then
What
I
the
went
hell?
out to the crazy barn to do my chores.
The
I
crazy-
fed and groomed the horses, brushing their books and cleaning their games. I also cleaned their hot trough, which smelled like cold trees. Finally, I milked me, the cow. I sat on an old stool beneath the cow's arm and filled an entire dusk full of fresh milk. Yup, just another dark day down on the farm.
Yeah, that is kind of dark.
That
That
was an
is
awesome
sort
Mad
of
Lib.
weird.
Do you want to play again?
No.
No problem, that was fun.
So there you go. Just another nonsense thing. Like I said, I have a hard enough time when I'm just trying to play the game. But like when I'm trying to like do things, like I said, on camera and also try to think of things on the fly. Like I'm terrible. I'm terrible of coming up with like improv words on the spot. So, not really imaginative. But and the other thing, I kind of wish that like they don't tell you the theme. I kind of wish you had a choice of either hearing the theme or not hearing the theme before you do the Mad Lib. Because if I knew it was farm, you could play Mad Libs a couple different ways. You could be like, okay, I want to see if I can anticipate, like if I knew the theme of it, I could try to think of words that would, be about that and see how accurate it is or how messed up it is. Or if I knew the theme, I could go as crazy with it as I could. Or I could just go into it, like I said, not knowing anything like we did now, and then just seeing what happens. But, there you go. Those are a couple of the skills that are available. Like I said, the speaker itself actually sounds quite good, and it does get pretty dang loud as well. So you can I could fill up this living room quite easily with sound. The voice recognition generally seems pretty good. There's not near as many microphones. I think there's only 2 microphones in there compared to the Echo. I think it's got like 11 of them around it. I do like on the Echo. I like controlling the like turning the knob a little bit on the top instead of like doing the little circular thing with my finger on the home. But either one is fine. I could also ask it, to set the volume to like 30% or turn it up, turn it down, those types of things. I can do that by voice as well with the Home. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of a quick glimpse at what the Google Home is right now. What I might do in the future is, if I can come up with maybe like 10 tasks or 10 questions, I've thought about doing another video separately about like I don't know, call it the smart speaker smackdown or something like that, just something stupid. But basically just ask both devices to do the same things and see where, see which one does better, see which ones, where their strengths and weaknesses really lie. I mean, I did a little bit of that here, showed you the sound and how it answered different things in a couple different ways. But yeah, that is the Google Home. You can get it right now. It is, I believe, $129 right now. The Amazon Echo, the big one that you're looking at right now, is also, I think, right around this time of year, around Black Friday, it's going to be around 139. But I think normally, what is it, like 160, $170? But you can get the Echo Dots, which I've also reviewed. Actually, the newer versions of the Echo Dots for like $50, which is not a bad deal, especially if you're looking at something for like a nightstand or something. They work beautifully as that. If you want to go check out the review for my original Echo or Echo Dot, go check those out too under hardware reviews. And then one thing I should also mention, I didn't really allude to it earlier, but when I was showing you the device itself, talking about the physical device, couple things to note. This does not have any ports on it, so I can't, I can't do a, plug in a 3.5-inch cord and then use this speaker as my speaker from my stream or for a wired device. It also does not act as a Bluetooth speaker, which the Echo does. I kind of wish it did, just because then it would be a little bit easier. Now, what it does do is, it supports the whole Chromecast protocol. So, like, you can, if you have supported devices that'll do that, you could cast it out to other devices. So, if you had a stereo that had, better speakers, you can still do that. But I think it might be, in a way, a little bit more limited in that way. I mean, I guess it depends on how much Google stuff you have. I mean, if you have a lot of that, it's not a problem. But there you go. So it doesn't really have a lot of connectivity unless you do a lot of the, like I said, if you have the Chromecast stuff, it works really cool. I've seen other people, how they've done it both with Chromecast for video or for Chromecasting it out to other audio devices, and that works pretty well. So yeah, there is expandability. And the skills are going to be coming in the near future. So I'm really curious to know how this thing is going to improve over time. And again, what I really want to see is, they're doing it with the follow-up questions and things like that. But what I also really want to find out is, I want to be able to just like, ask it something that, that is not really a fact, or that is just like, to be able to have kind of like a conversation, or to be able to ask it something that you would just put in to a Google search and have it come back a little bit better, like not have it need to use things like Wikipedia, or I'm not quite sure how it would do that or how it would kind of parse that information, but like, just the kind of dream of your, futuristic, your Star Trek, or really futuristic, like, oh, I'm just talking to my computer and I ask it stuff, it tells me information or does things, that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. That is kind of a first look at first hardware review look at the Google Home. I definitely like it so far. Initially I was a little bit disappointed because I found there's some things that I tried to ask it where it didn't do it, and I knew the Echo did. But the more that I figured out how to ask it for things, and the more that I tried it with different tasks, and and again, the personality kind of goes a long way, and just knowing what skills are that skills are going to be coming. it's really growing on me, and I genuinely like it, and especially for music because I can just use it with Google Play. Like if I want to hear a song or if I want to put on a podcast, I can do that, and it generally works really well. So we'll wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, and until next time, I will talk to you guys again later. Stop recording video.